We need to have a serious talk about Navani. To avoid anyone potentially stressing out about tenses, I made most of this without any references to Wind and Truth. It is referring things through the end of Rhythm of War, and I will give a flag before we enter some Wind and Truth territory. We are not asking the right questions about Navani. We have to start with this comment that the Sternfather made about her during her wedding to Dalinar, when he makes the comment, "You have broken oaths before." Now, this is really interesting because it was specifically directed at Navani, which just seems odd considering Dalinar committed multiple war crimes, kind of did some genocide, and burned his wife alive. So number two is that Wit immediately dislikes Navani. Now, remember, this is before he's even met Yasna and found out about her past. So what is it that she did that was potentially public enough for Wit to know and not like her? Additionally, Wit doesn't really dislike or loathe that many people, and when Brandon was asked about it, he went straight to Aratho. The fandom also tends to gloss over just how hungry for power Navani is. She married Gavilar because he was going to be the king. I firmly believe that if she would have married Dalinar, she would have manipulated him into assassinating his brother. When it came time to give up power, that was a decision Dalinar made. That wasn't a decision that she made. Navani is also pretty jealous and possessive. Brandon has said that while Navani has said that she thinks she would have gotten along with Evie, that her first instinct would have been to absolutely hate her. So then what do I think is going on here? Well, I think it's pretty complicated, and this is the point where I can't go on without getting into Wind and Truth stuff, so this is your bug out point. So possibility one is that Yasna is illegitimate. Now, we know that Navani, when confronted, has said that she never cheated on Gavilar, but Brandon has also called her an unreliable narrator. Yasna looks like her mother, whereas her brother looks like her father. So if one of the two kids was illegitimate, it would definitely be Yasna. Now, the reason I think this might not be a possibility is I think Navani just covets power too much, where there's no way she would risk her first child not being legitimate because then she would lose power. Possibility two is that she has bonded a spren before and broken those oaths. This would explain a little bit more about the siblings' dislike of her, but would also explain that you have broken oaths before comment. Now, before you say that we would have known by now, just remember how long it took us to catch on about Testament. Unfortunately, I think possibility three is the most likely here, and that is Navani did something absolutely horrific to Yasna that we don't even have the surface of yet. I think one of the things that's most telling for this is the moment in the beginning of Wind and Truth when Navani is really frustrated that Adolin just hasn't gotten over the truth about what happened to Evie. I mean, come on, Navani, the kid just learned that his father burned his mother alive, and you're mad that he's just not over it? Why as a fandom are we not talking about this moment more? In conclusion, I don't have a super solid concrete theory here because I just don't think we have enough information yet. I think, unfortunately, we might have to wait for Yasna's book and book 10 to find out more. But with these breadcrumbs Brandon has left between some of these very interesting rappos, the comment about Navani being an unreliable narrator, there's something deeper here. I mean, maybe in book 6, we'll see something of Navani in stasis kind of going through some of these sins, or maybe it will wait until Yasna's book. But Brandon has said that if he ever wrote an 11th, which he's not going to do, he would make it Navani's backstory. And it sounds like he has enough material there to weave into maybe the back 5 books.